3 is the future.
Let me tell you, the only thing I can think of right now is the fact that Dan posted a picture about the fantastic game, and then I got an ad the second I opened up YouTube for the same exact thing, and I blame Dan. And I blame Dan for this.
It's not my fault. If it were not for this place, I would have nuked Facebook and Instagram into the sun.
And it was an ad on like a random browser sign in that I don't use as often. But
yeah,
I just
because
it,
because
it
again,
wasn't
it has
like
nothing
my
to do with what
normal
I
one.
did. It's YouTube just sending this ad to anyone who's a middle-aged man, apparently, on the internet. That's what it says. That's why I included them. Like, I included screenshots. You know, I'm not weebing out over here. And like,
mine was said location and time of day. That's what mine was.
Oh yeah, you're in the South. You're in the South. That's
South Carolina.
That's a group of lonely men down there looking for anime comfort.
I don't know. Apparently, this is anime love in South Carolina. I was looking at it at like 9:30. Apparently, this is a thing.
Hey, there's no judgment here. I don't think.
I'm judging this ad that popped up on me. I'm judging why YouTube decided they needed to push this. How much did Hong Kong pay for this ad?
That one made me unnecessarily angry.
That one is kind of out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And like, I guess any video game search will pop that up because I was looking at Parasite Eve gameplay.
I listen. There is a Rule 34 problem that I have no doubt exists for Parasite Eve. So, yeah.
Oh yeah, there's some fan art out there that'll make you blush if you search hard enough.
I had no idea about the novel. Like, you're probably watching my eyes darting back and forth. I'm like, oh my god! As I'm like reading the summary of this novel.
Like I said, I didn't play PlayStation, so like I'm learning everything about this.
That opens up with the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell in the Wikipedia description. Like, yeah, I know.
Yeah, I didn't even think to mention this when we were in the middle of the show, but there's some dialogue in Parasite Eve, the video game, that references the original novel. Like, what is it? They talk about the events that happened in Japan.
That was the car crash, and there's like the car crash. That's what I'm like reading all this. I'm like, oh my god, this is. Like, I don't know what you're talking about because, like, this is really heavily referenced in the game.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like, your notes you find about stuff happening in the history of it is, like, all about this experiment stuff that happened there. Like, this is a direct sequel to this book, apparently.
You know, I talk about how I was like, oh, New Game Plus, that's kind of new in 1998. You know, meanwhile, Squaresoft has 15 different endings.
Chrono Trigger is the it was the new game.
They're like, one? That's nothing. It's like, you think we can't do one extra ending? We've done 15.
No, the only correction I had to make during the podcast was the Terminator thing. That was the only thing I had to fix.
Is that a thing? Do the Terminator fans not acknowledge? I thought the third movie was fine. As someone who's not a
the
big
third
fan
movie's
of
fine compared to several other movies. Like Terminator Genesis makes everything look good. So.
Yeah.
That's right. There were others after. I've never seen them. I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I like the third one only because of how it ended. The whole idea, like, you can't prevent this.
You can't stop it.
You can't stop it. Like that to me was like really, really cool. But
strong ending. Yeah.
Very strong ending. But anything else, like I've avoided most of it. I watched I think it was Dark Fate in the theaters, the one where Sarah Connor, Linda Hamilton comes back and what have you. Like I just didn't have fun at all.
Because you forget, like, and besides the fact, like, I make fun of Genesis, but like, they blew that one in the trailer too. Like, oh, you want to tell me John Connor's the bad guy? You have my attention. Or like, that would have been a cool twist. Like, nobody knew when Terminator 2 came out until they were in the movie theater that Arnold was the good guy in that one. And like, it just makes me so angry.
First of all, it's probably impossible to hide something like that nowadays.
Well, they don't bother. They market it that way now.
Yeah, exactly. Like, they just don't. Which still shows to the level the fact that we didn't know there was an underground section in Tears of the Kingdom.
Oh, Nintendo's hiding 40 to 60% of every game they released now.
Mind blowing. That's something that was hidden at this time.
Again, Pikmin 4 has 60% of its game after the credits, so Nintendo just does this now.
That is true. That is true.
All right. You'll be this Wednesday.
Yay.
Thank you for making it nice and easy. I don't really have to clean up much besides like whatever happened at those 2 points, and that's easy.
Yeah.
Keep in the Kingdom Hearts talk. This is important.
No, the Kingdom Hearts talk will still be there. You may have helped seal Nomad in, but you turned off 27 more people to try.
They just don't get it. I need to look up what's going on with the 358/2. I need to know why we can't play this game.
Why is it called 358/2, for instance?
Because it's played by it's 2 characters, Dan. It's the same amount of time. It makes perfect sense. These people just want to hate and pretend that the game doesn't connect. Everything in the game makes sense, Dan. People telling you otherwise, they're hating for no reason. It all makes sense. just because we didn't understand it at the time doesn't mean they knew more than us.
So the 1.5 has a cinematic retelling of the game. Is that why?
Interesting.
There's something about the HD collection of the main plot. There's like 75 references. I can't even read this. This is annoying.
Wait, for which one?
For 358/2 is part of the Kingdom Hearts HD 1.5 remix.
It has a is this true? An almost 3-hour long cinematic retelling of the game?
Yes.
So that's what I'm saying. The problem is you got 3 hours worth of stuff. You don't know what happened when you start Kingdom Hearts 2. It makes no sense.
No. Kingdom Hearts 2 gives you a little bit of it. The start of Kingdom Hearts 2 gives you enough of it.
Eventually.
You start with it. It puts it together for you.
You start in the middle of it.
No. Well, you kind of start at the
yes,
end
you do.
you kind of start at the end of it, really. No,
that's not helpful. I'm sorry, I started minute 2 hour and 15 minutes in.
Basically, it gives you the end of it, and then they bring this game out to show you everything else that also happened.
We've already taken up more than 2 hours of this man's time, and he's got to hear this now.
That's also what happened with Chain of Memories. You go from 1 to 2, and you're like, wait, there's some stuff missing, and you realize Chain of Memories is the other part before 358/2.
Just promise me you're going to do something with this. Are we still recording?
It is all recorded.
This will be, I promise this will be after the credits right up until this part here.
Oh my God, that would be great. Just, credits and then all of a sudden going into Dan. Yeah. It makes no sense.
No, it makes sense.
That's going to be a GIF when all of a sudden, that's the problem I'm going to have with this episode. I'm going to be like, oh, I got to stop, pause. There's a GIF. Let me extract that thing out of here. And most of which will be surrounding the Kingdom Hearts conversation because I felt the things my face was doing and I didn't watch them. And I am certain I'm going to have something reacting in there. And that's not even counting. It doesn't make sense.
The best part of this whole thing for me was as soon as I said Kingdom Hearts and watching both of yours faces at the same time.
To be clear, I knew it was coming.
Yeah.
And I didn't put it in the notes because that was also why I mentioned that when the Buster story came out, I'm like, I got to bring that up later. That'll be.
Yeah.
That's why I get Ray into this. But that was just me waiting to make that joke. But then Ray came in trying to turn away someone who wanted to come to the series and tell him he's got to play 19 games to make it happen.
It's 19 games. It's not 19. It's not even close. It's not 19 games, is it?
How many games? It's not 19 games, is it? Hang on. Hold on.
I don't know. I pulled that number out of my but if that's correct, that would be hilarious.
By the way, it's
2,
not.
3,
you're probably not
4, 5, 6.
Don't listen to Dan.
7, 8.
Because they're not all needed.
9, 10, 11. Currently, there are 11.
Okay, Dan was nice and didn't include the remixes.
No, I'm not. Yeah, I don't count the remixes because the remixes are just including those things in there.
Yeah, but they also.
I don't know if I counted the mobile game in there either. I don't know.
You should, though. You can't play it anymore.
I don't know if I did. That was not on the list explicitly that I was counting.
Though you cannot play it anymore. The game shut down.
Good. Now you can't even play the game.
Because that was a lot. That was like a live service game.
So what happened? What happened to all that story? Is it gone?
No, that one you can watch.
There's a 6-hour cutscene they made that you have to watch for it.
That's also in the remakes.
I like these games to be clear. I like these games.
You don't need that part of the history. You'll get enough of it between the others. That one you don't really. That's like deep.
I am going to take another run at 3. That's on my to-do list.
You don't have to play
3 yet.
Like you don't have to play Kingdom Hearts coded either. Like nobody played that game.
I have what is it? Is it Birth by Sleep? I think on the PSP back there.
Some people,
yep, that's in there.
There are people that really, really love that one. I'm okay with it. I think the endings make. I think the finishes of that one make it really good.
That's the 6th installment in the series, just to be clear.
But like, it's a PSP game. Like they can only do so much, and I think it gets a little repetitive. But there's some people that swear by that one. They're like that's the game.
Oh, speaking of Buster Sword, did you see the one hanging on the wall?
There it is.
No, I didn't actually
see it now.
No, yeah,
look at that Buster Sword.
I think the way you were positioned, I did not see it. That's beautiful.
Yes, it's mostly hardened foam, although it's definitely got a metal sheen to it, which is cool.
It's got a beautiful sheen on the camera here.
Yes.
Which Final Fantasy post is that? 8 up there?
That is 6. That's Terra riding the Magitech thingamabobber in the beginning of the game.
Yeah, I was glancing at some things around.
Yeah, OG. You know what? I'll give you a tour. We got the OG Final Fantasy up here. There's my dog painted like a French girl. If you can see that.
I was having trouble kind of like seeing what it was, but now I see it's like a corgi or whatever it is.
Yeah, he's a little Chihuahua, and my wife took a picture of him on the couch, draped the blanket over his Wii, and she gave that to me for Christmas. This big ass picture frame it's the centerpiece of my home office.
Tears of the Kingdom. We got a Master Sword poster.
Yeah. That's that sword up there that you see. That's the orc wrist from The Hobbit, for the Hobbit movies. All these games are mostly PSP, but I've got PlayStation, all sorts of stuff in there too. Like, yeah, that's my stuff mostly.
Nice.
So I don't know what it was, but a couple years ago, maybe like 4 years ago now, I wanted to get back into the PlayStation Portable. Like that was my jam for a while after I graduated high school. And I got a PSP again. I started building up a physical collection, and then I just got addicted to collecting physical stuff. And now I have over 600 unique games, and somehow my wife is okay with it. It's weird.
As long as it's contained, that's all that matters.
Yeah. Well, the other justification too that I give is like, hey, God forbid something happens or we need some extra money, this stuff will sell.
This
is an investment.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's an absolute investment. I don't know what something's going to turn into, but there's a decent chance it'll turn into something profitable.
A sealed copy of Super Mario 3D All Stars is doing that for me in the
nice
stuff like that. Like I just bought a second copy. It's just going to sit in the back. And
yeah, I don't have too many like super expensive stuff, but I got my hands on Haunting Ground, which is a PlayStation 2 horror game. It's like I found it in what website was it? Macari, I think it was, kind of like an offshoot of eBay.
Yeah, that's my original Switch. Got it off Macari.
Nice. I saw this listing this lady had, and it was just a box full of games, and I happened to see Haunting Ground in like the corner. It was in there, so I still spent like $150 on this lot of games, and I
you
saved
paid for it just by having that.
Oh, so good. And then speaking of Parasite Eve too, the third birthday, that third game in the series,
the PSP, yeah,
I have that on the shelf, sealed. And it's going for like $100 for some reason.
Just because it's so rare. Like that's yeah.
Kinda. I mean, that's also one of those games where like it's a guilty pleasure game for me. Like it's just awful and I hate it, but I still like playing it for some reason, and I hate that I like it.
I never played 2. It sounds like I'm not missing much there either, but I just want to get into 1 again.
Oh, it's so good. Like, oh man.
Channel 3 is the future.
Oh, hang on. I lost you there. Ray, did you lose him or just me?
I lost them too.
Okay. Uh-oh. Microphone die? Microphone pick up something weird?
Webcam started fighting again.
The Final Fantasy VIII apologist hacked into his computer.
Yeah, somebody was unhappy. He started talking about Final Fantasy VIII and how good it was. And the program.
I think it was the fact that I was making fun of the hipsters who love it. But let's see here. Wait, is that you clicking, Ray, or him clicking?
I thought I might have clicked at the same time, but
Nope, I can't hear no.
well, must have been me.
He was talking everything's just fine, and then suddenly he's gone. Oh wait, hang on, wait, don't do anything. Let me see this. Wait, say something now, Nomad.
Bananas?
Yeah,
What did
I don't know
you
what
do,
happened.
Dan?
Like I had a reconnect mic button on my screen for yours. I don't know what, like, it gives me some capabilities here, but I was able to reconnect you.
Do you hate Final Fantasy VIII that much? You muted our
The
guest over
hipster.
it?
No, it was me making fun of
That's
I think he
insane.
liked it so much that me calling it the hipster picks what set it off.
I'll say that's exactly when it happened too.
And I'm even more of a hipster because I'll say 9 deserves love that it doesn't get. So I try to out hipster the hipsters by saying 9 is the answer.
That's all right. That's actually where I was heading next.
Oh, whoa! Please go. That by all means, please, sir.
Yes.